Those vegan guys. I thank you.
Hello, my loves. I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
Together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
I tried to do that really professionally then, in the hopes that you might subscribe. We're doing a kind of budget video today. Times are hard at the moment. We're all very well aware of that. And, you know, budget foods are a big thing. If you can make something last, you know, if something can do you for a few meals, or if there are budget places where you can get really good deals, what we're going to try to do is hit a few things today in a few different places, so it's going to be quite a diverse vlog.
It's a foul day in our neck of the woods, so
rotten.
all the more reason
It's bleeding rotten.
to just do a bit of shopping, show you some ideas for things that might just make life a little bit easier over the next few months in terms of your food planning, meal prep, and just budgeting in terms of your shopping at your local supermarkets.
Yeah. And at specifically budget shops, like, for example, Farmfoods, which we're going to be visiting later on. But let's, for the moment, pop into Sainsbury's and show you at least a few of the things in here that we make last a few meals, and that and that are actually classed to us working class folk as budget foods.
Yes.
Onward. You'll find that many of the budget items in Sainsbury's come under this same brand name, which is the Hubbard's Food Store. So here you've got a bag of white rice, 1 kilogram, for 45p. Hubbard's sweet and sour sauce, clearly marked vegan, 55p. Hubbard's pasta. We've got pasta shapes here, which is a 1 kilogram bag, and that's 58p. And we've got Hubbard's spaghetti, which I believe is also, a kilogram. Hubbard's spaghetti, and that's 40p. Aldi price match. Hubbard's spaghetti rings, 13p. Whack some of them on some toast. Marvellous. Now, they're not marked vegan, but they're clearly vegan by ingredient, just so you know. 13p. Hubbard's baked beans, again marvellous on some toast, 21p a tin. Now these are clearly marked vegan with the VE there. Not sure why the spaghetti isn't, but we've checked the ingredients and it's fine. Beans, 21p. Hubbard's peeled plum tomatoes in tomato juice and chopped tomatoes, but there's only one crushed tin there at the moment. They're both 28p, not marked vegan, but vegan by ingredient. Couple of cans away, we've got some red kidney beans, 30p a tin. And then up here, we've got Hubbard's potatoes in water, and they're 32p a tin. Shut up, Mildred, I'm giving prices. Hubbard's gravy granules, clearly marked vegan, 45 pence. First thing, not first thing we're showing you that's not in the Hubbard's range, but these are Sainsbury's own range noodles. They've got vegetable flavour, barbecue beef, curry and chicken flavour. They're all clearly marked vegan, and they're all 35p.
Survived on them at college.
These used to be 45p, but we've got another Aldi price match here. A bag of 4 baking potatoes for 42p. So 10.5p each. Can't grumble. Whack a tin of beans on them. We're assuming that these are both the same price, but what we can tell you for an absolute fact is that the soya one is £1. Now, we know that's not majorly cheap, but it's cheaper than a lot of the plant milks out there. So Sainsbury's own soya drink, clearly marked vegan, £1. Just showing you, not in the freezer but in the long life section, there's coconut milk, almond milk and soya milk, sweetened and unsweetened, and they're all £1. When it comes to Sainsbury's frozen vegan stuff, we can absolutely vouch for the no meat mince at £1.75, and the Plant Pioneers meatballs, no beef meatballs, also at £1.75. You get 19 or 20 meatballs in there, so for Jason and I, that's 2 meals of spaghetti and meatballs, which we absolutely love. And with the mince, yeah, I mean, if you were doing a single portion of the mince, you could probably get 5 meals out of that for £1.75. So those 2 items we definitely recommend for budgets. And also the 8 no beef burgers at £1.75, because again, there's 8 in a box. And finally in here, the no chicken chunks, £1.75. But Sainsbury's have got a huge range of freezer stuff. However, today we're focusing on budget stuff, and that's right there. So we hope you enjoyed that little jaunt around Sainsbury's. Even we didn't realise necessarily how much budget stuff they had, because when it does come to rice and pasta, just for health reasons, we kind of stick to brown rice, and that's kind of expensive. It's like £1.80 nearly now. It's
quite the difference in price, isn't it?
For a kilogram.
Yeah.
And we also have wholemeal pasta. But if those things aren't an issue for you, 45p for a kilogram of rice,
yeah,
you know, that's a staple, isn't it, for many meals. And of course, there's a lot of other things in there that you will find as well. But today we're focusing on the extreme budget. What we didn't show you as well was Hubbard's mushy peas, 25p a tin. They're smaller tins. They used to be 15p about a year ago. Mm-hmm. They went up to 20 and then 22, now 25. It's the nature of things these days. But for 25p,
still cheap.
It's still cheap.
Yeah,
absolutely. There are also more Hubbard's sauces. We only showed you the one, but there's others that are marked vegan and are cheap. And now we're going to pop along to Iceland and Home Bargains and see what we can see in there, and then we'll finish the day with Farmfoods. You know why? Do you know why?
No.
Rude not to.
Of course.
Onward. If you've got one of these anywhere in your vicinity, we definitely recommend going to the food warehouse. It's still Iceland, it's just a bit bigger. And let's have a look at the budget items in here. A huge range in Iceland, always is, to be fair to them, and a lot of the stuff they're really bringing the price down on now. For example, the Noble pasties, 2 really, really big, good sized pasties, was £2 and now £1.25. And again, the Noble Company quarter pounders were £2, now £1.50. But there's always all these offers, you know, 2 for £4, 3 for £5. So if you are on a freezer filling mission and you do have a budget for these items which are a bit more kind of, you know, £2 or £1.50, Iceland is a great place to come. They also got the Noble vanilla ice cream, was £2.50, is now £1.50, and the same with the chocolate ice cream, so that's got £1 knocked off. £1.50 for a nice tub of ice cream, fully vegan of course. Bit of a bargain there. The Bird's Eye vegetable fingers, a 10 pack, the green cuisine. They're any 2 for £2.50, so £1.25 each. And just for the record, gorgeous on a butty with a bit of mayo. Also worth pointing out that a lot of Iceland's frozen veg, so you've got a big casserole vegetables bag, country mix, peas, sweet corn, cauliflower, they're all £1. So you get a huge amount. I mean, you know, obviously it's better to buy fresh, but if you don't have the time or the budget, whole leaf spinach, petit pois, these are all £1. Sliced green beans, button sprouts, very fine whole green beans. Again, just to show you quickly, everything is £1. Broccoli, cauliflower, floret and carrot mix, mixed veg, corn on the cob. Fantastic range, and it's all conveniently next to the meat-free section. Massive bags of oven chips as well. They're all marked suitable for vegetarians, but we can't see anything in that. We think it's just a cross-contamination issue. But massive bags, crinkle straight fries, you know, £1. Oh no, sorry, £2. Luckily for us, Iceland and Home Bargains are just round the corner from each other on this little industrial estate, so we'll have a quick jaunt round here as well and show you what's available. Be rude not to. If you like to make a dal, these big bags of Layla Tor dal, which are 2 kilograms, they're only $2.69. Pretty good. It's little things like this in Home Bargains which are kind of okay. Blue Dragon, sweet chilli and garlic stir fry sauce. That's a triple pack, so there's 3 packs of sauce in there. 99p, clearly marked vegan. Again, we're really not finding much in here today in Home Bargains, but there is this golden fry gravy granules onion, and it does clearly say on it suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and it's 89p. Or natural Orty bars, again clearly marked vegan, and 89p. 4 in a pack, and they are whole grain oat flapjacks, salted caramel flavour.
I spotted them.
He did.
It's
it's awful.
It's even more foul than it was before.
See it on back window, Luke. Oh, it's foul. Really didn't find much in Home Bargains. Here's the funny thing: we have a smaller, I think it's smaller, Home Bargains in our town centre.
We do,
but this is just outside our town centre, and that usually has more in. But there are things if you look around in there. Would it be worth a visit for a budget shop? No. I don't think so necessarily.
As an addition, as an add-on maybe.
As an addendum to get a couple of extra bits. But we are going to pop...
We're going to pop to...
We're going to pop down to Farmfoods now. And then we're going to finish with Morrisons because we'll go in there anyway. So we'll just check.
Yes.
And see, you know, the kind of... what budget items they've got in there as well.
It's a bumper one.
It's bumper, and I hope it's helpful for people who are on a budget, who can, because some of those things you can kind of buy and make last, and that's what this is all about today. It's give it up now, rude.
As Paul was just mentioning, and that is his domain. But yeah, some of this stuff that's budget, it's all about kind of thinking about what you can do with it. A lot of it is multi-purpose. You can you can bulk, you can what Paul does a lot of the time, as many of us will have seen if you've seen our meals vlogs playlist up there, by the way. Paul kind of like makes something and then it'll do for a lunch for me to take to work.
That's because I can't make small portions.
Yeah, but with a lot of these staple budget things, they lend themselves to you being able to do that, don't they?
Absolutely. And you know, it's like rice is not only a good staple that you can have as a side, as one of your starchy foods with other stuff, but you can also make it into a savoury fried rice dish. We do that quite a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Sometimes a few frozen peas, bit of frozen sweet corn in there, some herbs and spices, and you've got a delicious, nutritious meal.
Because the bottom line is, when all's said and done, you can buy those rice packs ready done, and we've shown you those in other shopping vlogs in the past, but actually, like Paul said, you can just get a really cheap bag of rice and get one of those bags of frozen mixed veg, pop it in.
I still have those packet flavoured rices in my cupboard though, always.
Yeah.
I usually have a coconut, lime and I'm so pretentious. A coconut, lime and coriander. These are the rices I don't make. And we've just started buying that Goan curry style one from Aldi, which 55p was lovely.
I mean, even those packet rices, if you want to, you know, splurge, in terms of, we're talking budget today in this vlog, they're not mega expensive for what you're getting.
No, but some of them at Aldi are 55p.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. So where are we going now?
We're going to Farmfoods. Foods from the farm.
The one on Ashton Road? Yeah, okay. Right, let's go then.
We'll be the judge of that Farmfoods. We'll be the judge. So for the record, Farmfoods also have a great range of frozen veg. Anything from 79p up to 129, but standard seems to be £1. And there's loads of things. Oh, Jay, check out this golden vegetable rice and see if it's suitable for vegans, because that's only 79p.
By ingredients, yes it is.
It's not bad, that. Golden vegetable rice, frozen, 79p. Marvellous. So they don't have a massive range in Farmfoods, but they do have a pretty fair range, really, and they've got some absolute bargains. At the moment, they've got this offer, 3 items for £2. And I would hope you could mix and match, because they've got the fries, chicken style nuggets, fries burgers, the pea protein mince, which is great for you people who are glutens out there, the kebab style, the curry pies. These are beautiful, by the way, and if they're 3 for £2. Anything else you think we should get, Jay?
I always like a nug.
Well, let's do that then. Let's get 1 nug, 2 pies. The ice cream's included in that. They've got the Normu vanilla, and then we've got 3 for £5 meatless kitchen sausages. Oh, are they vegan, Jay? Let me just have a check. 2 for £4 on the Linda McCartney chicken nuggets. 125 Linda McCartney sausage rolls, and they're gorgeous. 2 for £4 Linda McCartney burgers, and Magnums, 2 for £6.
By ingredient, I think they are, yes.
By ingredient, they're vegan.
But they're not marked vegan.
And then they've got the veggie fingers from Green Cuisine, the deep dish pizzas, 2 pizzas for £2, that's pretty good. The Quorn Rawsons for the kiddies are only 99p.
This is the find of the day, though, for me.
None of these are vegan, are they? They're all just vegetarian. Quorn pieces, quorn sausages, crispy nuggets. Yeah, find of the day, perhaps. 350 gram Green Cuisine Bolognese mix, 39p. I'll say it again, 39p. Just so you know, Hartley's jams are clearly marked vegan. They range from 99p to 125, depending on what you're getting.
Also worth mentioning while we're here, because we've just mentioned it previously where we were, chips, same thing.
Yeah, loads of frozen potato products, and the vegetables we showed you before, and Tree of Life Barista Oat Drink, formable, and that's 2 for £2, so they're £1 each. And then they've got kind of Alpro, soya, oat and almond, all 139. But that 2 for £2 each is pretty good. Some Del Monte lollies we've just spotted, 3 packs for £5. They've got real lemonade ice lollies, clearly marked vegan, and 100% orange juice ice lollies, also clearly marked vegan. And as far as we know, we've heard it said, but check yourself. We've never bought one, but the Aunt Bessie's are apparently vegan by ingredient. You could just have a look at them, and they're 125. Not bad. So Farmfoods, bit of a bargain there right now, isn't there? Apparently, I'll say it here, so that hopefully you'll take note. That offer, the 3 for £2, offer that's on several items at the moment is only until June 6th, 2022.
Yes.
We're at the end of May at the moment, so you've still got a week to kind of go and take advantage of that offer. We hope that we've shown you today lots of freezer fillers, so that you've always got a staple meal there in the freezer ready to just grab and get out. That bolognese mix for 39p, that's a bargain, that. A bit of pasta, some of that, and a half tin of tomatoes.
Without a doubt, it is worth it. If you've got a Farmfoods within a reasonable radius of you, even if it's beyond, even if you're watching this randomly a couple of months from now, next year, it's worth visiting, because they've always got offers and deals on, haven't they?
Always.
They've always got like 2 for £5, 3 for 2.
Same as Iceland. Iceland and Farmfoods are very similar in that regard.
Yes.
In where they always have these multi-buy offers, and so they're worth going, even if it's just once a month, and dedicating a section of your freezer to frozen stuff, so that you've always got something there.
Peace of mind.
Something to eat. Now we're going to bob to Morrisons and finish there. I don't know if we're going to find much, but there is at least one thing I know for a fact is worth highlighting at Morrisons. So let's just go.
School pickup time now.
Yeah. So this is the one thing I knew that I'd be able to feature. £2.29 for a big bag of ripen at home avocados. It's a bloody bargain. We've had one in since one of our subscribers told us about them, actually. I've got one left in the fridge at the moment, so it's time to get more. £2.29 for a kilogram of wonky avocados. Morrisons Long Life Savers unsweetened soya milk, 55p. Now, if this is the one that we had in our coffee in the cafe, it didn't curdle and it was lovely. And that's the cheapest one we've seen today, 55p for a litre. So all of these Morrisons gravy powders are 69p and all marked vegan. Vegetable, onion, even the beef. It's the chicken one as well. Yeah. But then you've got the savers, 25p. 25p! Alright, they're not massively budget, but they're not expensive either. £1. Plant Revolution, coconut korma sauce and tasty tikka style sauce. £1. You'll probably find these in most supermarkets, often on the World Foods aisle or the Asian aisle, but they're all 45p a tin. Chopped tomatoes, chickpeas, red kidney beans, chili beans, butter beans, black eye beans, Prosecco beans, calatana, all of it, 45p. Not for a lot each, don't be rude. Similar to Sainsbury's, Morrisons allegedly have spaghetti for 20p, but there's none there, it's empty. And they also have pasta shapes for 29p. But it's empty. They're not there.
You know why?
Why?
Because people are being smart.
I know.
They have to be smart.
I know. Right, onward a little bit more. Another long grain rice here, much like Sainsbury's, 45p for a kilogram of long grain rice. And I noticed some over here, Jay. What were it? Oh, yeah, just all the dried bits, like lentils and stuff. They're like £2 a bag, but they'll last you ages. That's what I make my gardener's pie with. Oh no, I make my gardener's pie with brown lentils, but it worked just as well with green, I'm quite sure. Oh, there they are, Luke. Brown lentils, £2.
KTC, the same as the tins, isn't it?
Yeah, clearly says vegan. Can you see it? Lovely. Morrisons Savour range, spaghetti hoops, only these ones are marked vegan. And just like Sainsbury's, they're 13p. Bargain. Other bits in the Savours range as well, but they're marked vegetarian for some reason, but it's like peas and water, 21p. And down here, potatoes in water, 33p. A couple more bits. Sliced carrots marked vegan. Got sweet corn. If you watch out for that packaging with the Savers logo, you'll probably find lots and lots and lots of really cheap produce. Chopped tomatoes and plum tomatoes, 28p, clearly marked vegan. So there you go. That was Morrisons. Now we've been out for about 3.5 hours, going round and filming bits in different places.
To-ing and fro-ing.
It would be good to do more, but we're going to call it on this one now. But it is worth mentioning certain things like Tesco do vegan plant menu.
Chef
Plant
menu? Plant menu.
I think it's plant menu. Soups. They're 45p a tin. You've had 2 of them now.
Definitely had 2, yeah.
But everything we've ever read from everybody who's ever had them says they're all gorgeous. I think there's 4 different varieties. You've got, you know, Tesco will do the same thing. Tesco will also have a budget range of tinned and kind of dried and packet products, so that for rices and pastas and stuff like that, you can get to the cheaper end because you can dress it up, can't you, with whatever you fancy. If you fancy having a bit more of an in-depth look into any of the supermarkets that we've shown you today, I'm going to link our shopping playlist up there. Well over 100 vlogs in there now. So we've got a really long one in Sainsbury's done quite recently. We did a massive one in Morrisons.
We did an epic one that was like 50 minutes, wasn't it?
About a month ago. I think.
That was really, really in-depth look.
We pretty much showed, you know, as much as we could possibly show of the stuff you can get in Morrisons. And, you know, don't forget to check your things like your breads and your stuff like that. But most supermarkets do have a basic brown and white sliced loaf that will be vegan by ingredient, if it doesn't say vegan on the packet.
As we often say, always check your labels just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Although most places now, it's fair to say, in the UK, that it's getting a lot easier to read your labels. It's getting a lot easier to see the bold stuff popping out right there. Clearly marked vegan is now actually often clearly marked, which is wonderful, as we're finding more and more now, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. So, but yeah, I think the moral of the story is, picking up on what Paul said before, I think the moral of the story is, with this vlog today, we want to encourage you to, whichever supermarket you've got near you, check out the budget end. A lot of that stuff is clearly marked vegan or vegan by ingredient, and often it's less than half the price you would pay for the major brand stuff.
Absolutely.
And hopefully that helps all of us over the coming months, at least for the rest of this year.
And don't forget those things like the big packs of dried beans and peas, because although I know it can be a bit of a pain in the ass, before I had an Instant Pot, I was a soak for hours and then cook with beans. Now we've got an Instant Pot. It's changed everything, because you can cook beans in minutes, but they're still worth getting because they save you a fortune. And when it comes to stuff like tofu and tempeh, if by any chance you have a Chinese supermarket or just a Chinese shop near where you live, and a lot of them say Oriental foods, like Wing Yip does, which is ours in Manchester. There are branches of Wing Yip in Manchester, Birmingham and London, but there's a lot of other smaller shops as well. Tofu is so cheap in those kinds of places. It's like at Wing Yip, I think it's $1.50 for 600 grams, which is way cheaper than any supermarket. Way
cheaper. And also, whilst Paul's talking about that, don't be put off by the fact that you might see your local Asian supermarket and it might say like cash and carry or whatever, or it might be a big place. Often they are open to the general public. They're not there just for catering and businesses.
They are just walking. Wing Yip is, for anyone that's wondering, every branch of Wing Yip is open to the public. You just go in, and in fact you'll find many of their shopping vlogs in our shopping vlogs playlist too, along with Sainsbury's and Morrisons and Tesco and Aldi and Lidl and Co-op, and there's so much.
So much.
Right, we're going to get home now, get this edited and get it up to help you lot out. So let's support each other through this. If there is anything in any of the shops that we've missed today and you want to help other people out by letting them know below in the comments section, please do.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's support each other through this financial crisis happening in the world now.
If you've enjoyed this random amalgam shopping vlog and you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell for notifications. We upload regularly, and a subscription, it's free, and it's one of the best ways that you can help us get to the top of YouTube.
Absolutely, and if you'd like to go a little bit further and support us in the work that we do on this channel, then you could become a channel member, you could become a Patreon, you could buy our merch, you can send us a PayPal donation, get us something off our wish list. It's all down there in the description, have a look. Anyway, thank you.
Love you, mister. Love you.
Love you guys, thank you so much for watching. We sincerely hope you found something in here helpful, and we hope to see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.